It's the New Horizon Radio, and great to be joined in the studio by Gemma and Pam from the Shelter MK, which is the new name for the bus shelter MK. It's been a big day today because we've been celebrating the rebrand of one of our favourite charities in Milton Keynes. And with me in the studio are Pam, who's the chair of trustees and the founder, and also Gemma, who is the service manager, works in the charity day to day. So Gemma, you've been working very hard helping homeless people in Milton Keynes for a number of years now. How did it all get to this point?
So the charity was formed in 2017 when, as we said, we were originally the bus. And since then, we have developed the service, and we now have a site in Stantonbury, which we are able to house 9 different people on site there. We've also developed the service over the last few years and have 3 HMOs which are across the city that we can support another 12 guests with. So in total, we're 21 provisioned.
That's brilliant. And homelessness has always been a big problem in Milton Keynes. It's so evident in the city centre. And I guess that's how this came about originally, because people were saying, well, something needs to be done about this problem.
Yeah, exactly that people were saying, and we were saying ourselves, or something should be done, someone should do something. And then a group of us realised, well, we're somebody and we should be doing something. So literally the charity was formed by just a group of ordinary citizens who felt, you know, it was just intolerable to see homeless people in every underpass. And so we've gone from strength to strength since then.
And I guess the services have expanded since you first started with the bus, and now you can help lots of people because you've got multiple different ways of supporting those homeless people.
Yeah, absolutely. In the early days, I remember I would often say to people, we don't really know what we're doing. We're just making this up as we go along. And luckily, we have grown to the point now that we have paid staff. We have someone professional and very experienced like Gemma, who does know what she's doing, as to her staff team. And yes, we're now able, you know, we've expanded to the 21 beds, and we're looking forward to, you know, to having another site akin to the Stantonbury site, so we can help more people, because sadly the need is still there. And even while we've been here since Saturday, here at Midsummer Place, 2 people who are street homeless have contacted us and said, can you help me please? So we know the need is there.
It's such an important issue, and especially at this time of year. I know in the past that sadly homeless people have died in Milton Keynes on the streets, and that's why it matters so much. And Gemma, you deal with people every day, and there's lots of different reasons why people end up homeless. But what are the services that you offer that help make life a little bit more easy for them?
So we have a number of different ways that we support people. So on average, we're having around 200 people a year which are contacting us via our telephone line or via social media to be considered for accommodation. I've got a great senior support worker that supports people, even in the community, so that they don't actually have to physically come in and be housed by us. We'll then have people that are assessed and are suitable will move into George House and the other houses. Last year alone, we housed 50 people. And then we also support people that once they leave the service as well. It's not the case of once they leave, that's it with us. We will continue to support people to then around tenancy sustainment.
So it's all about just helping them get back to living their lives in whatever form that may be. And I guess it's just getting that little bit of help, that first foot on the ladder to kind of make a difference.
Yeah, definitely. We will want to listen to everybody that comes through our doors about their own individual story. You know, there's no judgment there. It's around how we can best support people to get back on their feet, integrate back in society and live in a normal life. It's really interesting. We have all sorts of people that have kind of come to us over the years with very interesting backgrounds.
Mm. So what are the next stages for the Shelter MK? What are your plans to kind of develop the service and help more people, Pam?
Well, we're hoping to raise sufficient funds and to find a suitable site, which isn't easy at all, to have another shelter, so another 8, 9, 10 bed facility. We find that's about the right size. Once you get beyond about 10 people, that community feel goes away, and it just becomes very institutionalised. So we don't want to do that, but we want to find somewhere we've got a model that works with the converted shipping container, so a suitable site, that's one way we could do it. A building have been from day one with the bus and from how we survived COVID. So that's our aspiration, and that will take money and ingenuity and support from the community, and that's what we're looking for. And also people in the community who can help us. We've got some wonderful companies in Milton Keynes, and they often have charities of the year or charitable funds. So please think of us when you're thinking of what charity can we support next year, or what charity can we support for our event in the summer, or whatever it is. We're here, and we're very grateful to partner with people, because that's how we got started, and that's how we will continue, and how we will grow. And sadly, we're still needed. That's really the sad thing, that we're looking to provide more provision, not that we can be thinking, we're not needed so much now, we can scale back. Unfortunately, it's quite the opposite.
Yeah, I mean, I would have thought that there's going to be lots of companies in Milton Keynes that would support something like this, especially, the ones that are based where it's the most visible, that are going to work every day, and they think, well, something needs to be done.
Yes.
Well, you've got a business, why don't you support a charity that's actually making a difference? And I love the shipping container, because you've got this on display this week in Midsummer Place, just outside our studio, and you can see how cozy it looks really nice inside, and that's obviously something that you can place anywhere that you've got permission to put it there, and kind of help where the need is greatest.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, obviously planning permission and all those kind of things are necessary, but it's an awful lot easier than thinking about renovating a building or building something bespoke, and obviously a lot cheaper as well. So we can do far more with that model. That bespoke unit model works really well for us.
Fantastic. So how can people get in touch if they want to support the charity or find out more?
Well, we have a brand new website to go with our brand new name, which is thesheltermk.org, and we're quite proud of it, and it was built in 3 weeks, which was an amazing achievement in itself. And all the contact details that anyone would need are there. But we're also, you can email at info@thesheltermk.org. And there's also a phone number that people can leave us messages. It's all on the website. Do have a look at the website, even if you don't think you want to get in touch with us, because it's quite impressive, and it's got some lovely guest stories, which is really what it's all about. It's the impact of what we and our staff and our supporters have been able to deliver.
And I like the way you call them guests, because it gives them that dignity that's so important. They're people that you're helping. They're your guests. They're staying in your accommodation. I think that's how we need to look at these people. And I think that dignity and that respect is such a big part of it.
Yeah, that is very important. And Gemma's team work really hard, and they've done a lot of work with trauma-informed practice as well. Which I don't know if you want to say something about that, Gemma, about.
Yeah, so from our point of view, we look at the traumas that people have experienced before they've come through our doors. If that could be sort of past experiences from childhood, and then just the trauma of being homeless. And then we kind of support people the best that we can by understanding them and their needs, and seeing how we can adapt individually to support each and everyone that walks through our door.
It's fantastic. Well, thank you so much for joining us in the studio today, and hopefully lots of people get in touch to support you and volunteer as well, because I'm sure you can always use more people to help out.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Absolutely.
Hooray!